Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Carol O'Henley from Exit Realty PEI, and today I'm here with Kelly Boudreau, who is the District Manager of Atlantic Canada for the Mobile Mortgage Specialist of TD Canada Trust. Also joining us is Sylvia Power, who is a Mobile Mortgage Specialist for TD Canada Trust here on PEI. And they're joining me today because we've had quite a few questions from buyers, and they've agreed to spend a little bit of time with me today to answer some of those questions for us. So thank you, ladies, for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And I think that it's going to be really helpful for our clients and buyers that are out there on PEI. So I'm going to start off my questions. Sylvia, I'm going to start with you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
The first question that I have is it a good time to buy now, or should people wait for the pandemic to end?
Yes, it's a great time to buy. Housing prices are stable and we haven't seen an increase in prices. Also, the interest rates are incredibly low, so it's a really good time to get your pre-approval in place and lock in that great rate. Because there are a limited amount of houses on the market, we are suggesting that you do get that pre-approval in place, allowing you to move a little quicker with your real estate agent once you find that property that you want to buy. There are also a lot of great houses being built, and according to the latest data from Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, PEI has built 80 new homes this quarter alone, and we have seen a 53% increase year over year on the amount of houses going up. So if you can't find an existing home that you like, it's a good opportunity to talk with some of the developers and find out which new homes are being built.
Okay, awesome. Great. Okay, thank you so much. We'll move on to question number 2, and that is, will it take longer to get my financing approved?
Yes, with the pandemic, things are taking longer, but be reassured we will continue to work hard to get you your applications done as quickly as possible, and we definitely understand your concerns. It is in your best interest to get your pre-approval in place, and that way it'll shorten the time once you find your property. It's also important to realize that appraisals can be taking a little bit longer since they have to add in certain safety measures. So it's part of the process that will take a little longer, so just good to keep that in mind.
Okay, yes, we are finding that too, that appraisals, there's a little bit of a wait period for appraisals as real estate agents. So the next question I have is, if I am temporarily unemployed due to COVID-19, can I still apply for a mortgage?
Yes, we are definitely assisting customers who are currently off work due to COVID-19. We do think it's important, however, that you have a determined return to work date so that we can help you plan when would be a good time to purchase your home.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, as for mortgage deferrals, how do they work, and will it impact the credit rating? And I think, Kelly, you are going to take this question.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been a lot of questions around the mortgage deferral process and how it works and what it means to individuals. So I'm happy that you asked. So essentially what a mortgage deferral is exactly as it sounds. It's the ability to skip your mortgage payment for a predetermined amount of time. And so anybody who's had any interruption to their personal income or their household income, and they're finding it very challenging right now to make those household payments, a mortgage deferral could be a solution for that client or their family. And so I guess the biggest sort of myth buster that I would like to throw in while we have everyone's attention is that a mortgage deferral doesn't mean a mortgage payment is being waived and it's gone off into the abyss. It actually means that you're deferring that payment to the end of your term. And so that mortgage principal interest, accrued interest, will be added to the mortgage term. So while it's absolutely an essential for some people right now who are without work, absolutely get some advice before you make the steps to make a mortgage deferral payment at this point in time if you're not sure that you need one.
Okay, I've heard that been said a lot, where a lot of people were jumping on the bandwagon when it first came out, saying, "Oh, yay, we don't have to pay our mortgage." But then I've also heard from people that if you can pay it at all, then it's best to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, just think about this is a pandemic unplanned right now, but what if you have another unplanned event in your life? Why don't you save that for that potential unplanned time? So if you don't need a mortgage deferral, our advice is don't take the mortgage deferral.
Okay. And now if someone does take it, would it
Mhm.
affect their credit rating?
Yeah, so that's a great question too, Carol. So as long as the process is followed appropriately, meaning you've made an application online or in person with your bank and you've been approved for your mortgage deferral, then the mortgage deferral will not impact your credit rating. But what it may do is delay your ability to make an application for credit. And again, every situation is one-off. That doesn't mean you won't be able to apply for your new home or your new car loan, but just ensure that you understand it could delay your opportunity for future credit.
Right. And I think another important point too is to, because I did hear this in the very beginning, was that people were just assuming that it was just going to happen automatically. And you
Right.
can't just not pay your mortgage. You have to actually apply for the mortgage deferral, right?
Absolutely. And we know, I think all the institutions went through a long leg of wait times and trying to get through because it was such a popular request. I would say, not even 3 weeks into the process, as far as I know, every institution had an online option, including TD, that you can access just on the regular corporate site. There's a very simple little link in there, and not only how to apply for the deferral, but what the deferral is, what it means to you, and a calculator to calculate what that means for your personal mortgage.
Awesome. That's really good information. Okay, so I'm going to go back to you, Sylvia, for the next question. Can you let us know if there are any new programs to help buyers in this time of uncertainty?
Yes, there is a great program through Finance PEI. It will help people that are looking to purchase their first home with their down payment. And they have made future enhancements to the program and extended it beyond the initial time frame because it was so popular. So it's definitely a good program to look into if you feel like you're ready to buy a home, but you don't quite have your down payment saved.
Okay, awesome. Also, I think that it's important to note that we're recording this because this is going to go up on our YouTube channel. So people may watch this, down the road a little bit. So I think it's important to note that we're recording this at the end of May 2020. So if you're watching this and it's, a couple of months later, even though this is still good information, it's still a good idea to reach out to your mortgage professional just to make sure that these programs, there could be even more new programs at a later date. So I just wanted to keep that in mind, that this is actually the end of May 2020. We're just kind of coming back into, I think it's phase 2 that we're in right now. So things could look a little differently down the road. So I just wanted to put that in there so that people take note of that. So Kelly, we're going to go back to you, and I'm going to ask you, are there any predictions on rates and whether or not they will go down?
Yeah, so that's a popular question, and I think the honest answer right now is that we are in a situation where we do want the real estate market and other parts of our booming economy to come back to booming status. And so the reality is the Bank of Canada cut the rates in March by 175 basis points. So that just means the overnight lending rate for the banks is down to as low as 0.25, which is significantly low, historically low in Canada. So all that to say, we're not expecting any further reductions in our actual Bank of Canada rate. All that to say, though, I think the reality is right now is mortgage rates and the cost of the funds to the banks to be able to provide an affordable low mortgage rate, which is what we currently have. It's a great time to lock in. And if you have some appetite for risk in your mortgage portfolio or ability to take a less secure rate, it is also a good time to look at taking a variable rate. So this would be the time if you're thinking, again, either about buying a home or renovating a home or just taking your current debt that you have and looking at locking into a better rate, the rates are definitely low. They're excellent rates. And all predictions do look as though, not that I have a crystal ball, but everything we've read from TD Economics and CMHC, that we will start to see some recovery. And with recovery, the rates will start to go up a little bit in the fall, but nothing significant.
Okay, awesome. So there's always a silver lining, right?
That's right. Never waste a good crisis.
So the final question that I have, and maybe we can chat a little bit more after I answer this question, or when you answer this question, and I'll go back to Sylvia for this one. When somebody is ready to buy a home, should they be getting pre-approved first? We get that question a lot.
Yes, that's a great question, Carol. It is the best experience you can have to get a pre-approval in place first. Know what you can afford, and that way you know which houses you should be looking at and which price range you should be in. And it approves you for the financing piece. And then when you find the home, we're just helping you to get that particular home approved. So it makes for a really good experience. And with the delays in financing right now, it could actually speed things up a lot.
Okay.
So it's a very good idea.
And we always tell our clients too that it's a good idea to get pre-approved, because you don't want to be looking at homes that are more expensive than what you can afford, because there's nothing worse than falling in love with a home and then realizing that's not within my means. So before you even start looking, it's good to know what exactly you can afford so that you look at those homes. So those are all the questions that I have for this morning, but I'm just wondering if you guys have anything extra that you wanted to add, if you have any additional information that you wanted to give to future buyers.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first if that's okay.
Sure.
I would say, that we can't stress enough that, I'll pick up where Sylvia left off, that a good plan is the best way to buy. And so that plan not only involves the pre-approval and making sure that you don't find the wrong home in your budget, you find the right home in your right budget. It's just as important to us, and we do tell all of our clients, please use a realtor. And I'm not just saying that because Carol's doing this interview. It is an essential part of the process of ensuring that you're protected as a buyer, protected as a seller, and ensuring that all of your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. It will make the process smoother. And in a market like now where there's very few homes on the market, this is the time to be meeting with your realtor and let them know what that dream home does look like for you so that they can think of you. And when it comes open, they'll think of you and call you. So you're the first offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Sylvia? Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I think that's great advice that Kelly gave. The planning is the most important part, and we're here to help with that. Just getting in touch is the first step with somebody and talking about what your goals are and what type of home you would like to purchase, getting set up with a good real estate agent that can help you find the home, and of course, getting that pre-approval in place so that the experience is a smooth one.
Awesome. Also, I would like for, and we can put this in a link like below this actual recording, but if you guys want to let them know, and I guess Sylvia, it would be you they would be reaching out to. Did you want to just say your number and your email? And again, I will put that on a link below this recording, but if you just want to say it now.
Okay. If you guys have any further questions or you want to get a hold of me, you can reach me at 902-330-3586, or you can email me at sylvia.power@td.com.
Awesome. One important thing that I wanted people to get from this, especially, at the end of May in 2020, is that real estate is still happening. And I know Sylvia and Kelly, we both talked about how busy it actually was. Things look a little bit differently. We're definitely all taking precautions, and showings and, listing houses may look a little different than they did in the beginning of the year. But we just wanted to kind of portray the message to buyers and sellers as well, excuse me, that that things are happening, and we haven't stopped. We've actually never stopped, even when the lockup happened. We still, and Sylvia, you probably, and Kelly, we still closed the deals that were pending. So it was challenging, but we did manage to do that. And now that things are opening up again, we're very excited to sell homes and list homes and help people buy homes. And I think that this little chat kind of reinforced that, the fact that things are absolutely still happening. So I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us today. It was very helpful. And I know that there's probably lots of other questions that people have that we may not have answered, we may not have gotten to. If that's the case, then please reach out to Sylvia or Kelly, and they would be happy to sit down with you or do a Zoom call with you like we're doing now, or talk to you on the phone or email and answer those questions that you may have. So thanks again, ladies, for joining me. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll get to see you in real life sometime soon.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
No hugs though.
No, no. You guys will have to stand at the end of the driveway at least and see
Yes,
each other.
exactly.
With coffee. I'll dial in.
Okay, well, take care. And we're going to sign off now.
Yeah,
Okay.
have a wonderful summer. Talk to you soon. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.